We are at India Camp 2024 and we have with us Mr. N.B.Rajeev Rao. He is the managing partner, Rajeev and Company, manufacturers of Kawata valves. Sir, how do you look at the valve industry and what are the industry trends?
Sir, actually the valve industry is an evergreen industry. That's because every kind of industry, whether it is cement, whether it is steel, whether it is any other chemical, they require valves. Valves are the traffic policemen of the industry. Wherever there is a process plant, you either have to control the flow, you have either got to stop the flow, or you have to direct the flow. So you have got a valve for every application. And every process industry ultimately works because of a discipline that the valves bring in the process industry. So valves have an evergreen market. So I believe that it's only the innovation in the valve industry that will keep you ahead. If you are making the run-of-the-mill kind of valves which everyone is doing just because it's easy to market, then you get very small margins. If you are ready to venture out and make valves which are very difficult to make and very difficult to market, then that's when you get margins. So we have decided not to follow the conventional path and make those valves which sell easily. We have forged a path for ourselves by making valves which nobody has seen. Thank you.
You have come up with different products which looks very innovative, and you also have got a patent. So will you talk about six-way valve, three-way valve, and different modules that you have innovated?
Yes, thank you. Sir, actually we started these three-way valves only because there was a very good market for it, owing to the fact that the good quality three-way valves were being imported from Germany mostly. And after we have started manufacturing, even very good companies like BHEL are now constantly sourcing their products from us. And we were making these three-way valves, and we realized that in the three-way valve there is a classic problem. Sir, in the case of two-way valves, the pressure of the liquid always forces the ball towards the seat on the downstream side and seals it better when the pressure increases. But in a three-way valve, what happens is, in one direction this flow occurs naturally, but in the other direction the floating of the ball doesn't happen. So to facilitate that, we have made an invention whereby we have caused the floating of the ball by floating the stem, and for which we have been granted this patent right here.
So whom are you supplying, or to be precise, clients in chemical and petrochemical sector that you are supplying?
Sir, actually in our case, we are supplying these valves to original equipment manufacturers. These original equipment manufacturers in turn supply to chemical industries, they supply to power plants, and most of our valves are not just these three-way, they are double three-way or six-way. These six-way valves go into duplex filter manufacturers' equipment or duplex heat exchanger manufacturers' equipments.
And these valves are of varying capacity, or you have innovated only for a particular design?
No, actually, because of the complexity in the valve industry, you come across all sorts of requirements. Every time there is a requirement or an inquiry, there is a complexity involved. They always ask you to innovate, and the innovation has to be done within the 8 or 10 weeks that we get for manufacturing. Like, we have been able to make some valves, like this one right here, which went to a German company, and this valve has got a capacity of 600 degrees centigrade and 100 bar pressure. So depending on the customer requirement, we have also innovated and manufactured valves which can withstand 1200 bar pressure on one side and 700 degrees centigrade temperature on another side.
How do you look at the valve industry in India vis-a-vis others in terms of cost and quality?
Sir, in India, we have always focused on cost. We have always focused on cost reduction. That's because our public sector undertakings always compare us on the basis of cost. They hardly ever consider the quality. So what happens is, sometimes they are not able to get quality products because they focus only on cost. And every Indian manufacturer strives to make cheaper products, not better products. And I, for one, have always focused on making better product and never cheaper product. I always look to add value, to give convenience to customer, to give a complete product. If the product demands a special engineering, a small part, which enhances customer delight or reduces his burden, I always focus on doing that. As a company, we have had our motto where we only go from excellence to perfection.